Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Heat number 4. In advance of the Change.org 400, we are at Legacy Virtual Michigan International Speedway here in Brooklyn, Michigan. If you just joined us and missed Heat number 3, it was Tyler McRae that took home the heat and was absolutely how do I put this? Not really a good heat race, to say the least. It was not the best. I think that's the best we probably should say about it. But still, nevertheless, 15 drivers are currently locked in to the feature. They are yours truly, also Tyler Jalbert, Dwayne Robinson, Christopher Johnson, Matt Baird, Joseph Lester, Jordan Babinger, Tyler Batchelder, Greg Holes, Gregorio Emiliano Dorso, Alex Gangler, Ryan Soper, Mason Foster, Tyler McRae, and Luke Turpin. We have about 18 drivers that will be taking the green flag for tonight's heat, and it looks like we are set to go. So with that being said, let's give you your starting lineup. And I had a glitch there for a moment, so apologies for that. It is Kenny Tripp that lines up on pole position with Shane Briggs next to him. Got to go back on up and show you the starting lineup. There we go. Aiden McConaughey and Kyle Streichars in row 2. Patrick Sullivan and Joe Campbell, row 3. Those two looking to make up heartbreaking heat number 3. In row 4, it's Mike Stoddard and John Friley. Row 5, it's Sean Andrews and Brandon Varney. Andrews coming off of a wild flip. Row 6, John Brancaccio and Art Hendren. We go through the rest of the field. It's Sean Patrick and Chris Spangler in row 7. Derek Colson, Paul Coleman Jr. in row 8. And in row 9, it's Jeremy Leto and Chase Johnson. Final words from XCAL President Aaron Hillebush. Giving us a shout out, too. As we are getting there, you see the weather forecast, and the temp has definitely gotten cooler once again, down into the 70s. And look at that big thing right there, cloudy skies, which will help with lap times and could propel you into a faster lap. But keep in mind as well, you have to rely on the draft behind you if you want a fast lap and want to start on pole slash go for the win. We'll keep the whale PD and everything else queued up from time to time. You'll see who's speaking on the right and who's not, depending on if we have them muted or not. 25 laps, once again. Keep in mind all starts and restarts on the flagger, barring the flagman. You'll see the lights on there when we go green, indeed. 18 drivers in the field that will be taking the green flag. We can update you on drivers that will be starting from the rear of the field tomorrow. Obviously, Dwayne Robinson, Joseph Lester, Tyler Batchelder, Christopher Johnson, Ryan Soper are locked in. They receive EOLs. Octavio Rondeletto also gets an EOL for not making MMP. Chase Johnson, Jonathan Schwartz, Kendrick Cryer, and I'm trying to see who else here. And yeah, those are the notables that will be starting from the rear due to not making minimum practice. So here we go for heat number 4. It's brought to you by Butt Kicker, known for their Gamer 2, one of the best audio transducers out there that adds instant immersion to any game. Unlike a subwoofer that moves air, Butt Kicker products that move actual mass producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. Here we go as the green flag goes out for heat number 4. Oh boy, Aiden McConaughey with the bold move, looking to go 3 wide all the way below the white line for the race lead to start things off in Heat 4. McConaughey's not playing any games. He is hungry after what went down in Heat 3. Easily had a chance to make it, then he was 4 wide for the race lead, and the leaders all got together and took each other out. And Tyler McRae won that one. McConaughey was in a good position to win that, by the way. As here they come to complete lap number 1. It is Shane Briggs in the 999 that leads the lap in a little bit of a critical situation where he kind of has to race his way in, or else he could be looking at a danger spot for a provisional. As here we go, 3 wide for the race lead. That's Cryo Strychars in the 52 looking on the outside. A little bit risky going 3 wide early on here at Michigan International Speedway. Strychar's a push coming from, that's Joel Campbell in the 4. A push from Kenny Tripp to the 999 as Briggs cuts down in front of McConaughey to take the race lead away. Oh, big wreck in the back. We heard someone scrape the wall in the back. It may have been Art Hendren in the 21. I don't see anything to his machine, but this is getting very dicey here going into turn 1. McConaughey looks inside for the lead. We are 3 by 3. Keep in mind the Indy 500's not until next week. Joe Campbell bobbles a little bit in turn number 2. Opens the door for Chase Johnson to look to the inside. Johnson oh, Sean Andrews around. Andrews gets turned from Joe Campbell. Yellow lights are on for the first time today. Oh, no! John Brancaccio nowhere to go and just had that missed. Race control will review what went down. That was Paul Coleman Jr. actually who scrapes the wall that we heard that contact come from. But let's go to the replay and see what brought out the yellow with Sean Andrews. Let's see if this gives you a nice angle. It doesn't really, so we'll go from another angle. We will go from the aerial shot here. Just too close for comfort there. That could go on Chase Johnson, who got into Sean Andrews and went off of the bumper of Joe Campbell. So Campbell had nothing to do with that. And then watch Brancaccio trying to miss this. Oh! Brancaccio will have to go to an 11 o'clock heat. Take that in real time. Yeah, that's on Chase Johnson. It should go on the 57. And watch this. Bam! Ouch. Let's go if Andrews is on board here. So, there you go. Yeah, you could easily tell from Chase Johnson's on board that it was on. Oh my gosh, that's a shot from Johnny B. You could tell off of Chase Johnson's on board that's going on Sean Andrews. So Andrews in the pits and likely done for the 9 o'clock heat. We'll have to rely on an 11 o'clock heat for tomorrow. Here at Race Control has to say again. Okay. TMI there, Aaron Hillebush, when you do watch this. So yeah, Chase Johnson stays in the back of the field. I'm checking to see if he did pit. He did come down pit road to take 4 tires and doing optional repair, so he'll be back in 14th. Sean Andrews, Paul Coleman Jr. are stuck in the pits. They're working on the right side of the 66, and yeah, you can see heavy contact in that outside wall that came from Paul Coleman Jr. I'm trying to see if we had it reported as an accident, but we did not. Again, let's continue on and finish our shout out here to Butt Kicker. Known for their transducers, including the Gamer 2 that adds instant immersion to any game. Unlike a subwoofer that moves air, Butt Kicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. Blake Wynn won the All-Star race last week. He received a Gamer 2 unit. Additional devices will be awarded to the championship car owner and 2 other special events. Use code XCAL20, XCAL20. That's all one word to save 20% now through the end of the year at www.thebuttkicker.com. So as we get ready to go back to green, let's reset the field for you. Kyle Streichars and Shane Briggs is row 1. Aiden McConaughey, Kenny Tripp, row 2. Mike Stoddard, Patrick Sullivan, row 3. Joe Campbell, John Friley, row 4. Brandon Varney, Art Hendren, row 5. Derek Colson and Chris Spangler, row 6. Jeremy Little and Chase Johnson in row number 7. You can see there as well, Patrick there in that 22, a little bit of damage early on. Don't know where that came from. But Patrick and Andrews are a lap down. Paul Coleman Jr. in the pits. John Brancaccio is out of the race. So here we go, ready to go back to green for 19 laps to go in Heat 4 in advance of the Change.org 400. Nice drive from McConaughey. Does he try and make the same move like he did at the start? Yes, he does. There he goes. Looking for the race lead and the loosey-goosey inside line on cold tires. And McConaughey takes that away. Stoddard moves up to second and works with the 85 as Streichars. I don't know what he was doing on that restart. Oh, contact with Briggs. He gets loose. Streichars saves it. We're 3 wide for third as Stoddard looks outside for the lead. There's more contact. Trading some paint with Kenny Tripp this time. And some drivers may not be happy in regards to what's going on with Kyle Streichars. He's trying to make some enemies out there early on as they come to the stripe. New leader, it's Mike Stoddard over Aiden McConaughey. Briggs trying to get a run with help from Kenny Tripp there on the outside. Tripp a little bit loose there off of the corner. As they're dead even in the street stocks going down the back. McConaughey trying to thread the needle here for a second. He wants a win badly. Oh, boy! Contact between the top 2. You could easily see that one coming from feet away. Brandon Varney in the equation now in 5th, now back to 6th as Streichars just got by. They're 3 wide for the top spot, and it's Shane Briggs at the stripe by about a fender. McConaughey and Stoddard nearly make contact. Oh, McConaughey washes up the track. He's got to catch control of it. Way loose on the outside. Oh, more contact. Shane Briggs has to try and save it. Oh, into Stoddard. There's Kenny Tripp. Here's the yellow. Colson involved as well. And Varney's got a piece of it. There's a driver without a fender. Is that Campbell? It is. And there's the big one. And we're trying to hear what drivers are saying about it, but let's break it down for you here. It was just an accordion effect. It actually started with Aiden McConaughey here. Briggs says it's his fault. So that's Briggs. There was some contact there with Kenny Tripp, and comes down. And then Chase Johnson should assume second place from that. Let's watch that again in slow motion from Briggs's perspective. He comes down into the 12, has to catch it. There's Sullivan, and is that Leto that got on the wall? Yeah. And then comes down into stride chars. There's Kenny Tripp, and around they go. Brandon Varney was trying to miss it all the way down on that skid pad. And then watch Briggs here. Hard on the Briggs. Oh, that's a shot from Joe Campbell. Let's watch that again. This is in real time here. We'll hear the call here. Ah. So no strike there. This is Varney's perspective. You see, he was on the apron, and oh man, he just got clipped. Let's watch that again from his gearbox. How about the right rear suspension? Ah, who doored him there? I want to get one more shot of this from the right front. I think that was Briggs, yeah. But a lot of drivers involved once again. The second caution of the race. And we should be coming back to green this time by. Again, it's a racing incident that happened. So, let's see here. From my calculations, there are about maybe I want to say 7 drivers that have a chance to win it, but there's obviously 12 drivers that are on the lead lap. So let's reset the field for you here. Mike Stoddard, Chase Johnson, row 1. Patrick Sullivan and John Friley, row 2. Aiden McConaughey and Art Hendren, row 3. Chris Spangler, Brandon Varney, row 4. Derek Colson and Shane Briggs, row number 5. Row 6 is Jeremy Leto, and I want to say, trying to figure out where he is. Believe it's Colson and Leto I have here as row 5. Shane Briggs and Kenny Tripp make up row 6. And then Sean Andrews is currently a lap down. For those wondering where Kenny Tripp is, he's just catching up to the field right now. So as we get ready to go back to green, welcome to the 8 viewers watching, by the way, on YouTube and Twitch. Let us know who's watching, where you're from, and who you're rooting for as we go back to green here for 13 laps to go in the stage. And Chase Johnson did not get a good restart here. Keep in mind, it's on the flagman, and Johnson was just caught sleeping. One driver exiting pit road right now. I believe that's Paul Coleman Jr. in the 66 on his way back out, and it is. As oh my goodness, Jeremy Leto just put Art Hendren loosey-goosey. That got oh, Colson! Hard crash into the outside wall. Yellow is out. There's Varney. There's Hendren. Oh my heavens. Briggs isn't happy. All right, let's go from an aerial shot here and show you what happened as soon as we find it. Colson, does he get rear-ended? Yep, someone came down into him. I think that was Varney, and they take shots into the outside wall. 3-car accident there. Let's go to the onboards. Yeah, it looks like that code to me there too. So, how about Hendren? Nowhere to go for Art, and these drivers have to rely on 11 o'clock. Paul Coleman Jr., by the way, came to a stop. So we are 2 laps to go until we get back to the green flag. Can tell you about tomorrow night. We begin the broadcast at 7:20 p.m. on Facebook and Twitch at How to Suck at iRacing. Um, Again, that should be an insane event from what we saw last week. Um, I'm starting inside the top 10. I'll tell you right now. Let's talk about these best lap times because that's the focus. Who's gonna get pole here tonight? Um, let's tell you about what's going on there. So the poll time is currently set at a 49.093 by Alex Skingler amongst the heat winners. I can tell you this right now. The front row of Mike Stoddard and Patrick Sullivan all in the 48s. So if they win, they get the pole. Aiden McConaughey has a 49.09. It's going to be very close. We don't know the exact lap time here. We can actually look right now, actually, if we switch this to best time and the top 5. You can see right there on your screen a 49.089. So that would put him on pole. Johnson, a 48.642 is on pole. Spangler, a 49.383 would put him 4th on the grid provisionally. And we'll put this back into a scroll so you can see who's got the best lap times for right now. John Friley currently with a 49.38. That would put him 4th on the grid. Jeremy Leto has a 48.85. That could put him on the provisional pole for right now. That'd be crazy if he got the pole. Just imagine that. If he were able to win this heat. He was a contender, by the way, for the open win. So make sure you do not count him out. So here we go. Ready to go back to green here for the restart. Trying to figure out where he is. In the pits, John Arrow. Here, race control. By there, Coleman Jr. And finish our shout out here to Butt Kicker. Known for their transducers, including the game. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to listen, make sure. All right, we need to fix our audio right now because we're having a technical difficulty with it. So apologies for that. Make sure that we can catch the race winner before the end of the night. Hopefully you guys could hear that. So I'll be listening from time to time. Tyler's room for DBR. So here we go to go back to the green flag. It's a 9-lap shootout. Who is going to win it? We're back to green. Stoddard and Sullivan still side by side for the lead. McConaughey is pushing the number 16. And we're still having a glitch with it. Please let me know, guys, in the chat when you can hear the engines. I don't know what's going on. I see Stoddard is looking to the inside, challenging for the race lead. And he takes it away from the 16. All right, this should work now. 8 laps to settle it. 4 wide for the lead. McConaughey, hang on, at the apron. Contact with Stoddard. The Halinar teammates working together. All right, I know I can hear the engines now, so that's good. You should be able to hear everyone on race control and stuff like that. 3 wide. No one working with drivers on high and low. It's McConaughey and Halinar, the teammates. And Jeremy Leto is in the picture. Currently running in the 5th position right now. He could transfer his way in without a provisional. 7 laps to settle it here. And now Sullivan pulls up to the outside, the low line. Bump drafting as hard as they can to get McConaughey to the race lead. McConaughey right now, keep in mind, would be on provisional pole if he did win. Stoddard washed up the outside, nearly made contact with Sullivan. And you've got about maybe 8, 9 cars that could have a chance at winning this race. Shane Briggs is currently in. Trying to look for my end. Oh, had a glitch there for a moment. Apologies for that. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking.
All right, drivers. So
Sullivan and Johnson.
Is there oil on the track? How's that last guy get turned into that?
Andrews, it looks like, has crashed. Jeremy Leto.
When I was low.
Yeah, this last restart will be a single file restart because you guys haven't proved that we cannot restart double file.
Single file restart is the call.
There'll be no more additional cautions. That's going to be your last one. You will be restarting with less than 5 to go.
We'll go from real time and show you what happened
first. Not sure
first.
if the 5th heat race will be broadcast. I'm guessing probably not.
Oh, yeah, Johnson just lost it. Oh, Leto took a pancake shot in the driver's side.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy one. Chase just lost it all on his own on the bottom and then overcorrected right into Jeremy and just murdered a few cars there. You guys know these cars are going to be loose from the bottom. I know that you ran quite a bit, Chase, over All-Star Week and whatnot. Come on, we can do better than that.
Ouch. Oh, that's Andrews he got. It's Andrews he got. Let's watch Andrews' onboard here as he was trying to miss it. Final yellow of the race, by the way, keep in mind, as we'll be under 5 to go and be green to the end. And it goes from bad to worse. Let me see if we can find an onboard with Chase Johnson. See, he just gets loose. There's Sullivan as well, who took a shot there. Johnson goes airborne. I'm going to see if we can watch a Sullivan onboard shot here, who's right in 2nd position. Watch that again there from Look at that. Oh my goodness. So Sullivan goes to 11 o'clock. He's in, by the way, keep in mind, via the top 20, top 15 in points.
Thank you.
Hi.
All right, so you want to know how long this race has gone? It's gone so long, I have to go take my medication. So while we wait, I'll be right back.
And whoever ends up winning this, yes, there's a post-race interview. feel free to apologize for all of your fellow drivers.
If you want to call them that.
Single file, single file, single file. I'm not going to even bust balls about the lanes here because obviously there's something wrong with the air. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Just follow the car in front of you. Still on the flag, man. You're going to be restarting with 3 to go. There will be no more cautions. There will be chat mutes.
Come on, guys, let's be getting single file here, like really single file.
Total crap, I mean tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
So here we go, single file restart as we come back to the green flag. Back to green. Stoddard pulls out to the inside with 3 laps to go. Keep in mind the top 5 transfer on in. Stoddard takes the lead from McConaughey. Of the drivers and of 2 of the drivers in the top 5, your top 2 right now could get pole if whoever wins the provisional pole. McConaughey giving it some nice little draft into the 28 of Stoddard.
Pass the cars.
Shane Briggs, John Fraley battle for 4th. For 5th, meanwhile, is Kyle Streichars and Kenny Tripp for that final spot. We will watch that battle very closely. 2 laps to go. Single file racing for right now. When does McConaughey make his move? He's being very patient behind the 28, but they're all the way on the bottom line where pretty much you don't want to be. McConaughey got a little bit loose there off the corner. And here comes John Fraley. He's up to 3rd. He's going to try and draft off of McConaughey here as they look to battle for the win. McConaughey pulls up outside. Don't be surprised if McConaughey tries to lay back here. He's looking to the bottom. This time by the white flag out in the air. It's going to be 1 lap to settle it. Who's going to take it home in Heat 4 at Michigan? We're about to find out. McConaughey all over the rear bumper. From Stoddard's perspective, he gets a little bit tight. McConaughey tries to look to the bottom, doesn't work. Meanwhile, back for 5th. Fraley stuck in a battle. It is side by side, Spangler and Briggs for the final spot. Here's McConaughey to the inside. They are side by side for the win. Fraley is 3rd. Kenny Tripp is 4th. 5th is the 29 of Chris Spangler. McConaughey to the lead. They're 3 wide. They're wrecking behind him. Kenny Tripp around. Stoddard washes up the track. It's Aiden McConaughey. Oh, he got loose. He got loose. Into the pit lane he goes. John Fraley just won it. Are you kidding me? Briggs, Stoddard, Sullivan, and Tripp transfer on in.
Reviewing the restart and turn for the last lap.
And a lot of drivers are
Whoever
not
survived that,
gonna be
wait for
happy.
the Big Dick interview.
But Big
Good
John
lane, John.
Fraley. Holy moly. McConaughey had that one and then got turned underneath. And we are getting ready to talk with John Friley here after that one. That was just absolute absurd. Yep, I hear you laughing there, Big John.
Yeah,
Can you believe it?
I can't. I can't. That was survival for sure, buddy.
We
For
are
sure.
about.
After reviewing the restart,
Hang
we
on,
have
we're getting a
confirmed
review
that
here.
what you guys said was true. Pat crossed the line in 4th place, and you'll be scored as finishing 4th place in this race.
Okay,
Well, the
so
entire
sorry about
engine's
that,
still under
John, but
review.
we're
That's
actually
all
gonna
right.
we're gonna watch
Yeah,
your
the black
perspective
flag
right now
has been cleared.
of your pass for the win. You just had a horseshoe
Yeah,
on your rear end.
tentatively fourth,
Just take
that
me
means
through
you'll be
this.
the rest of the finish.
Well, you just had
Unofficially
to.
fourth.
I
cross
just
the
kind of
straight.
had to hope that I made it through because cars was going everywhere in front of me.
I don't think you were even expecting to win. It looked like McConaughey was going to take it home, but just are you surprised right now that you're going to be guaranteed a top 5 starting spot?
Yes, sir. I am. I was going to settle for third for sure if we could get through there alive.
That's absolutely crazy. I know the racing was rough out there, and yeah, in my opinion, that was even worse than Heat 3. But anyone you want to thank for this win?
It was. Yeah, just like thank Jeff most of all, and JT's Mobile Pressure Washing, and thank you, Marty.
All right, Big John, congratulations. Tell Logan I'm sorry I had to move you out.
Hey, all right, buddy. Thank you.
Take care, Big John. All right, so we have a lot to digest here. First off, we have to watch Aiden McConaughey, and you know he's going to be furious after what happened. We're going to watch this from the aerial shot and just break down everything. This is from the aerial shot. McConaughey gets by Stoddard easily. Kenny Tripp just gets loose on the outside. And then Johnson moves up into the 28. And then, oh, McConaughey got loose actually. And put himself into the inside wall, into the pit lane. Wow. That's absolutely crazy that that happened to him. I'm going to try and see if we can put an onboard camera on that. Look how dark, by the way, we're starting to get. See, he got loose. Yeah, that's before the contact, and then ouch. Car just blows up. Let's, I want to take a look at what happened with Kenny Tripp, too, by the way. Let's see if we can show from this perspective here in real time. Watch the 12 here. He just gets loose. Friley even got loose, too. Into the 29. Tripp somehow saves it, and that cost Spangler a lot. And then they all wreck behind him, and then Sullivan passes Tripp for 5th. McConaughey just said he's sorry to everyone involved in that last corner incident. Car just got tight and lost it after clipping the 28. Wow. I don't know how we've had these insane races. That's just absolutely crazy. And there are your results on your screen there. And we'll change them up for you here real quick. And I think we're having a little bit some technical difficulties here real quick. Give us a moment here, fellas, while we get this loaded. There we go. Okay, so there are the official results. John Friley just comes out of nowhere. Top 5 starting spot for him tomorrow. As for the looks of it, a 49.12. And let's actually show you amongst the top 5 while we are at it. Their best lap times here. So Friley a 49.119. That would put him provisionally in the 2nd position. 119. Okay. 49.005 for Shane Briggs. And keep in mind, I believe Briggs never even did not even meet MMP, so he would go to the rear. Third was Mike Stoddard with a 48.879. So that would put him provisionally in 10th, but keep in mind of the EOL he's got. Fourth would be Patrick Sullivan with a 48.935. So that would put him on the grid 14th. Like I said, I'm just trying to work this all out here. And he met MMP, so he is good. And then in fifth was Kenny Tripp, who had a 48.849. And he met MMP too. So that would put him in provisionally 17th. So stay tuned, 11:20 about the start time for heat number 5. So that will do it. This broadcast has been a presentation of XCAL Racing, the premier iRacing Street Stock League. Take care, everyone.